you can even fix a superior pubic ramus fracture with this. But you should make, it's good practice to have at least 2 screw purchase beyond the fracture if you do fix superior pubic ramus with this. But if it's too far superior, then it's not a correct thing to fix this plate. Don't just leave the plate at the edge of the fracture. That is a big no-no. Immediately once you do that, you realize that post-operatively you have a displaced superior pubic ramus or somewhere a very low anterior acetabular fracture which is displaced because of this fixation. Right. Sometimes additionally what you would need to do while fixing this is you will have to nibble a bit of your pubic tubercle just to get your plate seated well. Okay. So that is very important. Right. So once you've held the plate, then the key is to drill superior inferiorly and drill in the direction of the ramus. Right. So if you have a drill, we'll just load a drill. Yeah. So we have a 2.5, a 2.7 drill, which somebody will just stabilize this. And it's good practice to use the drill guide. You have a drill guide here? What is extremely important in this situation is that it's very easy to put in screws. It's because we do that left, right, center day one. But if your screw is toggling, if you use more than one hole, if you created a bigger entry for the hole, then the quality of purchase that you're going to get into the bone is not very great. Especially because a lot of times the screw that you're going to put will not necessarily cross your bone. So in effect, the quality of purchase to start with may be slightly inferior. And in this region, it's important that you get it right the first time. So somebody is just holding your reduction well, you have your tines, your Weber tenaculum forceps here, and somebody is holding your plate for you the way you want it, or you hold the plate and your assistant who's reasonably competent can drill these screws, right? Depends how much faith you have on the assistant. So you have a drill guide here, and it's important to drill in the direction of the screw, right? It's important to go into the center of the bone. And
how do you maintain the center of the bone?
You just, what you keep doing is you drill a bit, you just push it just to check whether you're in the bone.
इधर नहीं, बीच में
So you drill in the direction of the bone. While you're drilling, you just gently trying to give a slight axial pressure just to see you're still in the bone, right? Drill, check you're in the bone, your entire focus is on drilling. It's very important you're not discussing and chatting with your assistant that your fixation is almost done and you're happy you've got a good reduction, because here if you just tilt the drill a little, incline it a little towards the external aspect, you will rupture the internal cortex and you will go into the bladder, right? So just keep going there. If you want, you can check the distance you've gone by C-arm and then you take it off. It's good practice to tap it. I tend to tap only the proximal part of the drill hole. Yeah.
No. This is a big tap. Not a tap. Large dummy screw.
Taps are not there.
Tap the enemy. Okay.
Yes,
So
it's everything. Sleeves and everything is there. You have to measure first.
It's a fixed angle.
Can't maneuver there.
see, the important thing with logging plates is that once you're doing this fixation, yeah. So now I'm hitting bone. I've seen how much I have. Just pick this up. I tap this, just proximally tap it.
First tap
Okay, so we don't have a cap. That's fine. We'll do without it.
Around 35, 40, around 35, 40, 40 around is.
Take a size.
Recon size. 35, 40.
This is 45, you have a 3.5.
Dr. Abhay, somebody asking the how much length of approximate size क्या होगा?
You don't tend to do that. See, there are two things. Once you're drilling, you just feel for bone. Once you've gone into the bone, you're almost at the opposite cortex. You've taken the tap, you've taken the depth gauge. You know what length you're going to go, right? Or when you drill, it's important that you just perforate rather than just go through. Right? So that is basically a good guide to know how long there is. And then you can measure. You can use the depth gauge to measure the length of the screw you're using. And then there is this tab. It's important to go in the direction of your drilled hole, right? 3.5, 1.5 standard AO principles. I don't go too much and leave the distal part untapped, and I would go with either a fully threaded screw, preferably to go with a fully threaded screw. You just take an approximate length at this point in time, probably. That's not the correct thing to do, but doing it here.
Little more.
More? Longer? I think it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
It's fine.
4.5.
Yeah, that's 4.5. We need a 3.5. I don't know. So go. The other thing which is most important for me is that I always have one finger in the retropubic area just to make sure that I am still not cutting out. And I want after the initial axial pressure, after the initial axial pressure, I make sure that I'm just rotating this. I am not
But in Indian,
applying any axial pressure, right?
2.7, 3.5.
Now, once I've almost finished drilling this screw, I will not tighten it completely. I will leave a bit. I will leave about 2-3 threads or 2 threads for me to tighten later on, because I don't want to tighten and then leave it and then later on have to tighten again and have a loose screw, right? Because stress relaxation is that if you put continued pressure on a screw, then the hole tends to decrease and the strength of the screw tends to alter, right? So once we put in a screw, we know the plate is fine. This is the time to check your reduction once again. So the finger goes back to the retropubic area. Sometimes the symphysis will tend to displace anteroposteriorly. So you just correct it here. Tighten your clamps again, right? Make sure your reduction is nice. You just feel for the retropubic area again, both sides. Once you've got this reduction nicely and you're happy with this, you go ahead and drill the contralateral side. And the contralateral side is exactly as you drilled the previous one. You drill bit निकाल लिया. ये पतला है. जो drill किया तो वही वाला दे. We had a drill now.
ये भी सेम है.
We drilled इससे drill किया था हमने.
नहीं इससे नहीं किया था, तुमने 2.7 से किया था, मगर 4.5 के लिए 3.2 करना पड़ेगा.
बस यही चलेगा.
Once you're putting the same screw, just do the same, just for consistency. Right. Okay, so again, the most important thing is, and that's the reason why we do not use a locking plate, that the position of the screw will depend on.
Sleeve is there.
Yeah, it's good to use a sleeve here. Yeah, so one finger, when I'm drilling, one finger is always in the retropubic region.
Is it not to use the locking plate?
We just come to that, we talked about it.
Because of the direction.
Just drill it once more.
Now the locking plate is coming in polyaxial locking. It can lock any direction.
You can use fancy implants if you like, and if your patient affords it. But the basic issue is that the direction of your screw is guided by the direction of angulation of the symphysis and the ramus. So once you want to go into the center, you do not really want to worry about having a proximally locked screw head because you want to go dead in the center perpendicular to the bone stock that you have, right? One finger is always in the retropubic area. It's great to have a drill sleeve here so that the screw does not toggle because there is very little margin for error. We want to put divergent screws here. Initially, the first two screws are divergent, the second two screws will be convergent, right? So that kind of gives a locking fixation here. I'm drilling, I keep drilling, drill, check, and that's how we go. Okay. Then we tap it like before, tap it. Tap it here.
Small tab was there.
Yeah. Same thing, I tend to tap, not the entire. Same principles. Even while I'm tapping, I have one finger. It is never enough, you can never be less careful or too careful in this. Because one rupture out of 50 cases, it's still 100% for a patient. Right? So we just drill the proximal 20% of this screw track. That's a judgment. We tend to give percentages, but that's a judgment. And then we depth gates, we measure the size of the screw and we put in another screw there.
Same size.
Principles of screw application are the same. No axial pressure. You just engage the screw initially, and finger is always in the retropubic region, and a lot of times you will be doing minuscule reductions with your finger, and which is very, very important. This is a step where one needs to always be careful. It's not like putting in a routine screw in a forearm plate or a humerus plate. And once we are close to full tightening of the screw, that's the time I check for my reduction once again. Right? It's good practice to check for the reduction once again, to check for the seating of the plate. The retropubic area is fine. Again, this area is good. Now what we do is, if you want to adjust your tenaculum, you can do that. This is a very handy instrument for all pelvis and acetabulum cases. Tighten one screw, sorry, thoda sa humne crack kiya yahan, and then you tighten the other one and you've got a nice fixation, right? And this will not go away, okay? The next most important thing to do is, and here, in such a situation here, we will probably nibble a bit of the pubic tubercle. The next fixation is that now you have two divergent screws here. The next thing to do would be that you put the other two screws in a little convergent manner. You just have to make sure that you are in the bone, right? So the same principles, it's a little off. The same principles. It is important to be in the bone, right? Right. It's important to have a finger there. It's important to use this finger as both a guide, and same principles. Just drill, check, right? You can never be too careful. It's always good practice. Surprisingly, you realize that initial few times it's a problem, it's a pain. Yeah, this is coming out.
Sometimes in big fatty body, it is very difficult to tilt. How can one manage?
Imagine.
Fatty body.
Your patient is supine. You might have to use a slightly longer length of incision. And you might just need to retract a little bit. As I told you that the rectine is not always split. Sometimes you need to take a few fibers off just to have a better reduction. We'll use a smaller screw here because I've just perforated the anterior cortex. So the tapping process is the same, we'll use a smaller screw here. Right? Yeah. We measure it with a depth gauge, that's system is standard. We tap it first and put down. This would go right up as far as it will go. I'd like to come till here, but here I'm kind of slightly perforated the anterior cortex.
It won't perforate on the cortex.
No, it's good not to come out of the cortex, even if it does a bit, it won't harm. You're fine a little anterior, but you're not fine when going posterior. I mean, coming towards the bladder. So engage the screw. Right, and then just drill the proximal cortex. 3.5, 1.5, always nice. Come back out. Right, and go in with the screw. Once again. Sorry.
Hello?
Please. No axial pressure. It's just the initial engagement and just keep rotating. That is the one thing. One finger behind here. If you're putting the screw, your finger should be here. You cannot make that error. It cannot go anteriorly. It's a very preventable complication and it should not damage the bladder. And you realize, and the other thing is the glue tighten this fully. Just leave it a little loose. Just leave it a little loose. Right? You put in a screw here and then you realize once you tighten the peripheral ends of the plate with the screw, it will sit automatically.
Converging.
Yeah. Start, stop.
Just
Have you come out? Yeah, sorry. Come out.
convergence. Convergence.
Now it will come.
Yeah, you come on the same track. So we'll put a smaller screw here. Sorry about that. So again, we'll tap. The only time I put in a little axial pressure is in engaging the screw initially. Once you bend that, then it's just 3.5, 1.5. Alright, and come out now.
Hello?
Never leave this fixation to an assistant unless you have a very trained assistant. छोटा लाना है. Just like this one.
26 के around I guess.
Here I have slightly perforated the anterior cortex. I'm just putting a smaller screw, but you need to go the entire length that you can. Right? Same principles. It is just rotation, there is no axial pressure, and the final tightening is done. I leave this also a little, then check. Again go back, check the reduction. There's not much I can do with the reduction though. And tighten it finally. Right? Don't over tighten it, just do the amount that you really need to do. You have a stable fixation. You can take the clamps off after the first screws, but if you feel you want them in there, you can take them off later. Right? And you have a nice stable fixation. So there are instances where you have a distal superior pubic ramus fracture which you want to include in the fixation, which is not bad. You can just use a longer plate. You can use a 6-hole plate, you can use a 7-hole plate, you can use...
You will have more incision.
No, same incision. Once you open this much with your two retractors here, you can very easily put your finger up to the anterior wall. Very comfortably.
Put a screw.
Yeah. So if you want to put, now we put screws here. Actually, the other thing to do is that the retrograde screw, if somebody wants to try that. The pubic tubercle, just inferior to the pubic tubercle is the point where we make an entry. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to put a screw here. There's already a screw. We'll just try and put a guide wire, right, the track. So it's nice to have a finger behind. Take an entry perpendicular to the bone, because this is curvaceous bone.
Then change the angle.
click an entry, come out, right? That's it again. And then you have to know what direction. This retractor is of paramount importance, okay? You have to do it under Siam guidance, and you have to make sure that it is the obturator view, which is under which you're putting in the retrograde pubic screw. And obturator view essentially is that your patient is 45 degrees internal rotation, right? So once you've done that, that's probably the most important thing to do.
You tilt the table.
It's a Judet, right? You get an obturator view on your Siam, so you see the pubic ramus and the full profile. And it's important before you start drilling to know where you're going, right? It's very easy to tend to direct it towards the tip of the obturator foramen. It's very easy to, start directing it towards the superior pubic ramus, and that is actually dangerous. You don't want your screw coming out through the superior pubic ramus. You just want it to hold inside the bone, right? So
You put a pin then.
yeah, just gently. This is most important. And in this particular situations, I always use two hands. It always gives you much better control, and just very gently. Always pushing and feeling you're still into bone. Always checking that you are at the right area. Yeah, you're fixing the superior pubic ramus to the retrograde pubic screw. Yeah, only here. You can go ahead and fix here as well. But personally, I would never go beyond here because you have the neurovascular bundle sitting there, right? Experienced people, you can go up to the iliac notch, but I tend not to go there. If there is a fracture here, I would rather open it formally and fix it with a plate if I need to, if the anterior traction is not falling. So you can never be less careful here. You just keep drilling and checking. One hand is here. You will be seeing, once your retractor is here, when the recti is retracted here, you will be seeing what is happening here. It's nice to have decent anesthesia. A high blood pressure and a constantly bleeding bone is not a great thing to have. So if the blood pressure is controlled, you're good and you're nice. And you just keep drilling and checking. Just keep drilling and checking. Just keep drilling and checking. Right? Just keep drilling and checking. I tend to use a 4 mm distally threaded cancellous screw here. That's the only screw I use here.
Calibrated for it.
Yes. No, non-distally threaded, 4 mm distally threaded screw here. That's the screw I use here. The simple reason that Indian superior pubic ramus is not too big. Right? Just keep drilling and checking. Just keep feeling I'm in the bone. Very slow, very slow, very slow. I cannot hurry this procedure. I don't want to hurry this. I'd rather not put in a screw, but I will not hurry this procedure. That's very, very important. The complications can be disastrous. You don't want to get into any. So just drill and check. Just drill and check. Just drill and check. Just drill and check. And by this time, your Siam would have shown you where you are, right? So once you've crossed the distal to the side, and once you feel that your threaded portion is going beyond the fracture, you're good. You're happy with that. Okay? So the only thing you need to ensure is that your threaded portion of the screw will engage distal to the fracture site. What I additionally do at times is, if there is good quality bone, I tend to countersink a bit, so that I have more length of screw available. Yeah. Just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. Well, we just use this as a countersink. Yeah. If I am not happy with the quality of bone here, I will not even try this, right? So, but if I am happy with the quality of bone, then I will just try to countersink it so that my screw head is not proud, and just that additional amount of length that I can get beyond the fracture is great for stability. And then you just check with the depth gauge of how much we are into. And this is like a sound for all those of you who've done pedicular fixation. You know that the depth gauge also helps you to feel all the walls, right? So you know what length is there inside. You've checked it on your depth gauge, and then you just put in your screw. This is a big screw. I will always put a 4 mm distally threaded screw here. I will not put a 4.5 screw. So this is big, and this might perforate. Yeah, but this is too big. Okay, so we just quickly put in the screw, and you can try practicing, because I think we're short of time. इसका स्क्रू ड्राइवर नहीं है, so sorry about that. Just put in a screw. Tap कर सकते हैं, but I only drill the proximal cortex, just a little bit, right? So can't do the screw here. There is no screw driver. So you can practice this.
Yeah, it's a screwdriver here.
हाँ, sir.
सर पुष्टली
You try the symphysis plate first, right? And then we can go to sacral and joint. Yeah.
Put on a drill there. For a handle.
ये इसी में लग जाएगा.
Again, the important thing is that you are not using axial pressure, and one finger is here. You're sure you're going into the same track, so no axial pressure, no forceful movement, and just keep rotating this. This is two-lever screw.
And
So
fingers also there.
yeah, finger is always there inside, but you can't feel distally with the finger. That is the disadvantage of this screw. So I don't know where this is going. This is huge. I hope that doesn't
That
go
is the
to the
proprioception.
acetabular.
Only the sense.
Yeah, the only thing is that your screw thread should cross the fracture side, so that's what it is. इसको मैं बढ़ा दे रहा हूँ अभी. This is not meant to go the whole length.
मैं क्या लेता हूँ
You don't want to enter the established. How?
स्कूटर लो वायर बांध दो पहले बांध दो फिर रेट करके विंग कर विंग का प्लेट है
डाउन करो तो ऊपर जाएगा.
इधर ही आएगा, सीधे
With this, I just wanted to cross the thread to cross here, so that's pretty much it. Right?
Okay.
So you can try putting in the screws yourself. Yeah, Shamil मैंने कहा.
Hello.
We have reduced this fracture, and if there is any instability, so how will we manage?
See, if it is not a gross instability, you're fine.
If
Right? If it is a vertically unstable, you should have diagnosed it initially.
On the table.
No, you do an outlet tube. You do an inlet outlet tube to see if there are any additional displacements. If there are, then you should go in and fix it.
it is unstable,
I'm very happy doing an anterior sacroiliac plate, so you need...
पुष्टर देखना पुष्टर
No, that is
if
not...
it is unstable, then what to do?
If the sacroiliac joint is unstable, you just go and fix it. You can use iliosacral screws, or if you are happy with that, or you can go anteriorly and put in a plate, lateral window of the iliac minor approach. Just this... Yes.
Thank you. I think we can go the way we look the time. We can have the participants each on all the tables
We can use the handle.
and three participants probably will take care of everybody around. So it can be 4 people and we have about 25 minutes for this part of it and we go for the next part. I will request Dr. Vivek and Dr. Nadeem to be on the other two tables.
बुला लिया हमने को दिक्कत कॉन्फिडेंस मैं पकड़ सकता
इसका the other thing which you have to see is कि pelvis जो होता है उसमें equilibrium है anteriorly थोड़ा सा होता है tubercle के पास फिर जाके पतला होता है. बहुत से भी ऐसे करके मिडिल में डालते हैं तो anteriorly आ जाता है. इसलिए आपको थोड़ा posteriorly ये होल्ड करने का कोई मेथड है उंगली से ये होल्ड करना उंगली से प्लेट हटा कर जिससे लोअर से
प्रेस में करते हो हाथ से.
put in your drill bit at the best place where nothing other will be center. उसके हिसाब से जब आपने drill कर लिया अच्छे से एक्सटर्नल फ्रैक्चर के नेक्स्ट में एकदम उसके ऊपर और स्क्रू टाइट करें. आपकी कितना प्लेस में हो जाना मेजर करना नहीं सर खाली टैप बड़ा ये वो दूसरा हैंडल है.
एक्सटर्नल फीचर का नहीं होगा
ये नहीं ये हैंडल नहीं है.
इसको ये प्लेट होल्ड करने का मेथड है क्या फिंगर से
एक कपल आता है एक कपल.
फिंगर से ही होल्ड करना.
अब यहाँ पे
इसके बाद यहाँ पे जाना अगर टाइम होता है कि आप यहाँ फ्रैक्चर यहाँ तक मिल जाए यहाँ तक है तो थोड़ा आसान रहेगा कि अगर आपने
स्प्लिट बेंडर
इसका लिए इसको आपको डिस्प्ले
इसके अंदर वो बॉक्स
You can put up to 30 to 50 whole plate in this
बेसिक सेट
30 to 15 whole plate in this. इस एरिया में तो नहीं लगाएगी बिल्कुल नहीं ऐसे इस एरिया में लगाएंगे
यहाँ से करेंगे तो होल्ड स्ट्रक्चर से शिफ्टेड टू मिडिल.
एक्सपोजर से प्रॉब्लम है एक्सपोजर से खाली विंडो से आएगा
अच्छा,
You have to-
अच्छा।
वो तो खाली अंदर, you cannot be open like this. आप लगाइए। You have to see, ये
वेंडर करना
किसका है?
वेंडर नहीं मिला, वेंडर
वो वेंडर है।
इसको किसका है देखिए, किसका है देखिए। तो आप यहाँ पर देखिए, बिल्कुल देखना पड़ेगा, आपने फिक्स हो गया। एंड प्रैक्टिकल पॉइंट है कि आप फिर एक आध कवर फिक्स करते रहिए। अच्छा, सेकंड प्रैक्टिकल पॉइंट है कि आप यहाँ स्क्रू लगा रहे हैं तो स्क्रू गिर जाने की डर है। तो स्क्रू को पहले आप डिफरेंट बांध करके और स्क्रू ड्राइवर से लगाइए। ओके, थर्ड पॉइंट है इसकी तरफ स्क्रू ड्राइवर भी आपको लगता है लंबा, यू गोना एसएसएस टू गो विद, और अगर आपको नहीं होगा तो आपको इसीलिए
How we are going to export?
whatever the case is male of you. तो 4 विंडोज करके एलिपोटिनल फिशिया को काटना है इम्पोर्टेंट। तो अगर वो नहीं काटते हैं तो थिंग्स आर नॉट वेरी मोबाइल। करा वो हम लोग कैसे वो करते हैं काउंटर देना है डायरेक्ट नहीं।
Stabilization is performed using two 3-hole 4.5 DC plates. In the anatomical model, the structure of the bone and the preferred plate position are visualized. This position allows screw placement into the very hard bony structure along the pelvic ring and into the posterior iliac crest. The plates are contoured. They should be placed at an angle of approximately 70 to 90 degrees to each other. First, the drill holes in the sacrum are drilled strictly parallel to the SI joint under direct vision. Two 3.2 millimeter holes are prepared. Screw length of about 60 millimeters can be reached.
Video, can we have the video please?
So this is complete disruption of the SI joint, you can see. So we go from the interlateral approach. With the periosteum, just we go raise the iliacus muscle, and once you reach this SI joint, then you have to be very careful. Don't try to do it, go more medially. You have to see the nerve are there. The distance can be 14 millimeter or 20 millimeter. It can be medial to that, so you have to save that. Subperiosteally you have to go and erase the capsule of the SI joint, and then you have to reduce it. For reduction, you need a Shan speed. Shan speed is there. Drill. This will be drill.
कनेक्ट चेंज करना पड़ेगा।
Change करना.
कौन है फैसिलिटेटर? कौन सा फैसिलिटेटर?
You can use 5 millimeter or 4.5, which is normally available. The leg rest you have to, slowly you have to do it. Keys. By rolling it, slowly you have to move this. Now you can manipulate and see the reduction. After you have elevated this capsule, you have to make drills. Here we will be using 4.5 screws, and in this sector we can use cancel screws also, or we can use the cortical screws also. And you have to be sure about the alignment of the SA joint, because your screw has to be parallel to the SA joint. It should not come in the joint. So next drill, 3.2 drill bit. This will make one engagement and go just parallel to the SA joint. You have to go slow that you don't injure anything. About 60 to 70 centimeter screw length you can achieve. Then you have to contour the plate. Plate is there.
एक प्लेट चलेगी तो टेबल पे है
4.5 plate. Plate. This is the only plate left. So this plate has to be straight and we have to contour accordingly. So with a template you can see that you have to contour it like this. Normally 3-hole plate is sufficient. Here we are using 4-hole. Otherwise 3-hole is sufficient. For the spectrum part there will be one screw we have to put. So we'll be putting a screw like this. You can see. And other screw has to be at 60 degree to 70 degree. It may be 90 degree. So that there is no rotational instability is there. You have to be very sure about that. And as in previous, we have to use a tapper. Get off 1.5 and it is always better to use LC DCP in these cases because that is a strong plate. We don't use reconstructing plates. So you can put a screw, you can see, and you can make hole simultaneously on the posterior side, or you can fix one plate and then you can put the second screw. Every time you have to take care that you don't injure the nerve. Your Hohmann detectors are always there. And this has to be on the brim of the pelvis. Don't tighten it. And other thing is with LCDCP you can achieve a compression by using eccentric, and this way I'll not be able to demonstrate you, but this again, this good bone stock is here. You can measure the length. It is there. About 40 screw size, 40 screw size. Ideally it should be LCDCP with the compression mode. You should put it in compression mode. Don't tighten it. Now again, after Hohmann detectors on the posterior aspect, then again parallel to this, you have to make a hole. Plate, one more plate. This plate has to be at 60 degrees minimum. It has to be like this, not like parallel. And you have to detect the deficit and you have to put it like this. So contouring in this is not a problem, but in LCDCP you have to contour it. It's a long screw, basically 60 to 70. Don't tighten it. Now see the reduction again. You can feel the reduction entirely. You have to see the reduction in the CM also, because there is always injury to the anterior pubic symphysis, and then you have to put the other screw. Similarly, you should use LCDCP with the compression mode, but now we don't have it, so we'll be putting simple. This will be a small plate screw. Near about 25, 30. Tighten it. Finally, you have to tighten the screw in this. Now you can see Here I am unable to achieve the compression, but if the plate is there, you can achieve the compression.
This one is easy surgery as comparison to that one.
That you are doing different meters. So if you are doing
Satyam.
should not be. Chances of recovery are very less.
Yes.